So, this is a poem called Little Mouse. Due to similar genetic makeup, scientists use mice for experiments to understand cause and effect of humans, and because they are disposed of easily. This is to the 14-year-old rapper out of the South Side Chicago, Lil Mouse. It's understandable at your age how you don't see the hood as a mousetrap designed for you not to escape society. Prepared a death certificate for you before they did a birth certificate. You were a statistic before your mother was even pregnant. In your songs, you talk about being a shooter, having shooters, and whipping foreign cars, but you are too young to drive, clearly being steered in the wrong direction, and ignorance isn't innovative. So you should choose a new lane. In 2012, Chicago had 500 homicides, New York City had 414, and that was our lowest in 50 years, trust me. I know what it's like to live in the trenches, in war zones. My heartbreaking neighborhood has rest in peace walls on each block every day. I walk by the same projects where my good friend's brother was murdered at, barbecue in the park my friend's life was taken from him, everyone I know. Our conversations are filled with too many stories of our friends or family members being murdered summertime. New York City had 48 shootings in under 24 hours in August. My neighborhood had 13 shootings in 3 days come October. 12 shots, 7 dead in 24 hours. That is why there is no coincidence where we're from is called Brook, Nam, and Chirac. We have become mice exterminating ourselves. Everyone trying to get their cheddar up but not living long enough to eat from it. We must stop feeding on this poison. Us brown and black males are born with enemy signs on us. As if our skin tones are bullseyes, we are walking targets. Poster children for the brown and black at risk policy. The NYPD calls that the stop and frisk policy. We occupy 75% of the prison population and growing, yet only 52% of us graduate high school at this rate. It will take us 26 years to have the same graduation percentage as white students. We have become conditioned to be more ready to die than to succeed. Brown and black excellence is still something too scary for society to swallow, and something we need to learn more about these days. Understand we don't need the ill jump shot of the crack rock to get off the block. Uplift our communities and stop taking from them. You praise kids like Robert Yummy Sandifer, but even he was too young to handle the conversation a gun has with you. The way your finger becomes a noose, lynching the neck of a trigger that screams tighter. Bullet 1 will tell you this is the revenge you are looking for. 2 will tell you it's too late to turn back. 3 will tell you it's the charm. 4 will tell you make sure you finish this job. 5 will ask you, is this what you were looking for? 6 and 7 will tell you they're out to destroy anyone or anything in their path. 8 will deliver the blow when it tells you that it doesn't care about anyone on either end of the gun. This will all come from a 9mm. Answering back to the response of a MAC-10. It will only take 11 seconds for this to happen, and the loss everyone will feel will be like catching the blast of a 12 gauge. This has become normal. And not all of these stories make the news, and the news has proven that we are still seen as disposable, and rather than another life with the loss of children like Trayvon Martin, Jordan Davis, and Renisha McBride, where their childhood was painted on concrete cars and porches. I am just hoping you get to live long enough to see success outside of world star hip-hop, since the 4 rappers murdered in Chicago for rapping about the same exact stuff as you weren't good enough of evidence, with everyone being under the age of 25. We have got to break out of this maze. Stop being lab work. Show the world that we are humans and not animals, and become the excellence that we were created to be. Woo! No. This is your
They go really, they strong, all in the waist, you up. Social illusions, living in confusion. Upper east side, into the revolution. No one in the react to my proper press play. So to the people that are bad, just care. So take a piss, put your present. Even in my presence, you can tell me grasp the trust. Maybe time is a lie. Maybe it's a DC, and not just maybe make a lie. When it's the truth, when it's true, when it's true, when it's true, when it's true. I just feel so hypnotized. Reflections in a white house, never easier. Discussion that I got me in every river. They like, what the fuck is you fighting for? And like you ain't never done with this love. What the fuck is you fighting for? And like you ain't never gonna beat me. Whatever. Some like a economy. I'm talking about the poetry. Pumpkin poetry. Properly, I'm propagating politics. I'm not pop this. See my nigga, this is what I got. The rest is in my eye. In the light, in there, same with late choice. In the light, in there, but not to my place. Reading down the straight. Echoes of the ever. Echoes of the the echoes of the ever is this fear in the ever. What have you been made of? The last days, different days. What are you afraid of? What are you a slave of?